What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Remnant 2 loadout video. Now I've got something brand new to this channel, an explosion lifesteal build. Now with the recent patch, the StarKiller got a huge mod buff. Increased fire speed, around 50% more damage, faster build-up time. It was just time to finally cover this weapon. Now if you played the first Remnant, you know the StarKiller was a force to be reckoned with, and I think it's finally to the point in 2 where it's usable. In the firing range, I was able to get just under 15k with a single mod crit, and about 14k in damage with the secondary. Now let me break down everything for you first, and I promise there will be a screenshotable build at the end. But I think it's important to hear the reasons behind certain choices, and what you can replace instead in some scenarios. Okay, first up, let's talk archetypes. This build is all about spamming your mods, and getting some insane explosive damage. So first up is Archon, and we'll be using the Chaos Gate skill for some extra mod generation and damage. This is of course the best option for mod-centric builds. And second up, I tried a few things, but the Summoner class has a trait that increases explosive and mod and skill damage, so we just had to get that as a secondary. Which summon you pick is completely up to you, but most people prefer the Flyers, but the Reaver is also a fine choice. The armor set doesn't really matter, just make sure you aren't heavy rolling. I like the Red Widow set and the Crimson Crown combo. For the Relic, I'm actually not using the Tranquil Heart for this one, but the new DLC Relic, the Profane Heart. Since we're dealing such huge bursts of damage, it just made sense to add lifesteal to this build. You'll see for yourselves the crazy amounts of burst healing you'll get when you try this for yourself. I slotted in the mod damage, range damage, and range quick chance shards. Mod damage is definitely the way you want to go here. For the StarKiller, I slotted in the feedback mutator. The name of the game is spamming the gravity core mod, and this with Archon class means I'm usually off cooldown almost immediately. The actual primary fire on Apocalypse isn't very impressive. On the lower difficulties, it's fine at clearing mobs. Melee weapon isn't super important, I just use the hero sword with striker, but you can use whichever you prefer. Now the secondary is super important. You can use either Meridian or the corrupted version, which is my preferred choice. Bullet Weaver lets you generate extra mod power, and also spam rockets after you've used your mod. Usually in one rocket barrage, I can get back a single use of the Dead Point mod, and more once I'm swapping back and forth between this and the StarKiller. The amulet is no surprise, it's the detonation trigger. 25% better explosions and a burning debuff is great at finishing off enemies that might just be a little too tanky. The blasting cap ring increases our explosive damage by another 15%, a must-have for this build. After that, I have 2 options for the second ring. Burden of the Gambler is great for increasing our crit chance and damage. Or you can use Burden of the Destroyer, it's a great alternative option. Since our main weapon is a sniper rifle, the damage range decrease really doesn't hurt us all that much. Third up, we have the Probability Cord, which will increase our crits by another 20% so we can get to that big 15k explosion. And Braided Thorns is actually becoming one of my staple rings post-update. Just a flat 10% crit chance increase. What's not to like? Lastly, I have the traits for you here. Quite different from what I normally pick. Most notable, picking both lifesteal traits is a great way to grind your way through Apocalypse. You don't really need long shot or strafe speed for a build like this, which leaves us open to picking up more survivability options. If you're gonna bring this into 3-player co-op, maybe get the kinship trait so you don't blow your teammates halfway to hell. Alright, that's gonna do it for the breakdown. As always, I'll leave you on Apocalypse kill so you can see it in action. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
looking good. Oh yeah.